After the US and their allies invaded Iraq and toppled the government of Saddam Hussein, the country exploded into chaos as warlords and religious extremist groups began fighting each other for power in the vacuum that was created. The US was then forced to occupy the country for years as they attempted to suppress the insurgent groups that had been emboldened. And guess who they turned to for advice on how to occupy another country? The Israeli military. That's right, Israeli officers were brought in to teach the American military the lessons they learned from occupying the West Bank and destroying the Jenin refugee camp in 2002. The US military would adopt Israel's tactics, setting up assassination teams who engaged in Israeli-style hunter-killer death squad tactics. This program was informally known as the Salvador Option, and it saw the US spend $8.3 billion creating death squads who could serve the US's interests. These death squads also benefited from a network of secret torture centers where the US would bring insurgents to torture them. Kind of self-explanatory. Lastly, the US military adopted the horrific Israeli tactic of encircling occupied areas with giant walls. The US built these giant walls to divide Sunni and Shiite neighborhoods and ended up basically trapping the populations in little prisons. One Iraqi civilian said, "Iraq is a prison, and now I live in my own little prison. We are isolated from all other areas. We'll be like the Palestinians, and we do not accept that." So there you have it. The US takes tips on how to occupy other countries from the masters of occupation, the Israelis, who coincidentally helped lie the American public into this war, as Benjamin Netanyahu went before Congress in 2002 to claim that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. And this shouldn't be surprising, as the US is always borrowing military techniques and technology from the Israelis that they test on the occupied Palestinians. But this strategy in Iraq only turned more insurgents against the US once they found out they were working with Israel, because obviously a lot of Muslim Arab people in that region don't like Israel. The absolute chaos that the US has brought to the Middle East over the years is just astounding. You almost can't wrap your head around it. This book will help, though. It's called The Management of Savagery. Check it out.